Morning, YTPC. Backwoods Piper 1. Oh, I haven't been on for a while. I've been busier than a cat covering up you know what. But anyway, I've been working quite a bit, working a little bit in the shop and working at the farm a couple days in a row, and I'm going to go back down there tomorrow and mow. But the last couple of days I've been working on my on the back porch of the house. The wife and I are redoing it, and we painted it last week, and it might have been the week before. Yeah, it was the week before last. We repainted everything. I put up a new light in there, and yesterday my brother came out and helped me. We put down some new flooring, and it was a pretty easy job. I mean, it wasn't real total hardwood, you know. I mean, it's just a back porch, so we just did. I did some of that. I can't think what they call it. It snaps together. You put an underlayment down and it snaps together, and I mean, you still got to cut it and all that stuff, but it was relatively easy. Took us, I don't know, half a day or so to get it done. But and what else I've been up to is, well, yeah, housekeeping. Smoking my Vowin pipe. It's I always forget the numbers on these things. 4566. Got a pretty nice sandblast to it. It's actually a pretty nice pipe. It smokes pretty well. It's a filter pipe, but I don't ever put a filter in them. I don't really care for the filters. And in it, I'm smoking some of my own English type blend. I just mixed up. I tried my hand at it just for kicks, and it's actually pretty good. It reminds me a lot of it's kind of like it's somewhere between Peter Stokkebye's Proper English and Nightcap. And but anyway, I want to show you this morning is I started a little project for myself, and my son gave me some hardware to make a bottle opener, and since I like Guinness, of course the young knucklehead got me this, and so I decided to make a board for it. Well, several years ago, a guy gave me a piece of American walnut log about 2 foot long. It was about 2 feet long and probably 10 inches in diameter, maybe 11. It had been seasoned in his garage and stuff for probably for 5 or 10 years before he gave it to me, and I had it in my shop for probably 3 years. And then I took my chainsaw out because I couldn't, it was too small to cut on anybody's portable bandsaw, or, you know, sawmill bandsaw. It was too big for my bandsaw. So I took it out in the yard, and I could only get one piece out of it because, you know, it was such a small log. And I got about 1 2 foot piece out of it. And out of that 2 foot piece, one of it wasn't any good. But anyway, I took it over to a friend of mine's and ran it through his planer. And that's what I used to make this one I'm going to show you here. I'm making this plaque thing to go on, for these things to go on. And of course it'll come up here like this. And then this part here, of course, will be down here. But anyway, it's just look at that grain. Anyway. But you'll see I had a little miscombobulation here. What happened was I had it set in here and pre-drilled it and everything and fit it in there. Well, when I took the hardware back off of this thing so I could finish it, one of the screws broke off. Go figure. So anyway, I had to re-drill the holes. But that's just the first couple of coats of finish on it, and I took my thing, made a little circle on here and cut this out on my bandsaw, sanded it on my belt sander, and then I took it over to my router table, and I routed that nice little edge on it. So that's one of my little projects. I don't do a whole lot of projects. I don't have time for it, but I think it came out pretty good. I printed that label off of, I printed it on my computer. And the first couple I did, I printed off so that they were backwards, basically mirror deal, because I was going to decoupage it on here. And what you do is you put the decoupage on there, well, or Mod Podge, I guess they call it, and put that stuff on there and glue it to the front of this thing. Then take some water the next day and kind of start rubbing the label off, and it's supposed to stay on the wood. Well, my printer is an inkjet, and then I come to find out you're supposed to do that with a laser jet. Otherwise, it'll come out. It'll come out, but it'll come out real kind of faded. So then, what I decided, I just reprinted another label like that, and just painted it. I mean, just printed it, normal, so that when you look at it, you see what you see. And so I Mod Podged it on there. And then I put a coat of Mod Podge over the top of it. And then I sprayed my finish on it, the first coat of finish. Well, what I didn't realize is the Mod Podge changes the color of the wood. And when I sprayed it, my first coat of finish, you can see that where the Mod Podge was at, everywhere I brushed over this label to get it stuck down there and then put another coat over the top of it, you could see that it was a lighter color. And the rest of the wood was dark all around it, and it just looked like crap. So now, for crying out loud, well, anyway, make a long story short, I went around the whole label very carefully and sanded the Mod Podge off and left it on the label, of course. And then sprayed it, and it came out all right then. But anyway, that's just the first couple of coats on it. Once I get it completely done, I'll do another little video on it. Anyway, that's all I got for this morning. Anyway, it's what is today? It's the 18th of July. It's about 20 after 8. I'm getting a little bit of a late start working in here this morning, but I don't have a whole lot to do in the shop today. I've got about 6 or 7 pieces of wood I got to sand down and respray for final coats. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and do this too. I'm going to spray this in a flat finish. The other one's got to be gloss. But at any rate, once I get this thing all completely done, it probably won't be till this weekend. I'll make another little video and show you what the finished product looks like. It's just kind of a fun little project for me to do. Something different. And of course, I get to use my tools. Woohoo! Anyway, I'll catch up with you all later. You have a great week, the rest of it. And Backwoods Piper 1. Keep your pipes lit and your powder dry. Later.